Welcome back to The Couch here from our side studios in Leederville in Perth. If you're joining us for the first time, you missed the first segment, don't worry, you'll catch it again in the repeat during the week. Cameron Lynch is back to talk entertainment.
Yes.
We've renamed the segment to entertainment because you do showbiz and other stuff.
That's true, absolutely. So
there you go,
it's
you've got
kind of a mixed
sparkles
bag.
and stars.
So essentially, the first story we've got here is everyone's favourite woman-abusing, now jail-bound pop star Chris Brown. If there is a favourite, there he is there looking, or trying to emote some sort of remorse or something like that.
What is his problem?
So, I don't know. He's actually come out and said, you know, jail is terrible, evidently, funnily enough, and then basically he feels, now how's this for a singer-songwriter, for real, you know, imaginative stuff? He feels like a caged animal. Wow.
Why don't they let rich people like him build his own prison, and that way he's stressed to be locked up, but at least he's got all his comforts of home?
Well, kind of like under house arrest.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be pretty good. But house arrest with no social media whatsoever. So internet house arrest. So we never have to hear from him again. That'd be fabulous. So I think he's only got a few more months left on his term, but chances are, given his past behaviour, he says he's effed up at the moment. But I think he'll probably relapse.
And if you really want to punish him, you make him watch Wake Up on Channel 10 in the morning, So You Think You Can't Dance, and maybe a little bit of Secret and Lies.
Oh, that'd be good. I've got some news on Secret and Lies coming up as well. So next up we have something else that's quite rage-inducing. It's our good friends Kim Ye, that's Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, on the cover of Vogue magazine. Now apparently this is quite a lauded affair to be on the cover of Vogue. Sarah Michelle Gellar of Buffy fame has struck out at Twitter saying, oh well, now that I've seen these two people on the cover of my favourite magazine, I'm going to cancel my subscription.
Oh dear.
And other people have followed suit, but the best people who followed suit, not in the vein of cancelling the subscriptions, but of course making fun of this. My favourite celebrity couple, Kermit and Miss Piggy, as you can see there on Vague magazine, making fun of the cover there. And of course my second other favourite celebrity couple, Seth Rogen and James Franco, doing their own version right there as well.
Oh,
so
isn't that's beautiful.
It is very beautiful. So nothing more beautiful than the love between two Canadian men. Next up, as if seeing Chris Brown and Kim and Kanye aren't revolting enough. I'm sorry if you're eating, but you have to put down your fork and push your lasagna away, because this next photo of Madonna on her Instagram. Now Madonna's Instagram.
Is that Cara Walker?
No, it's Madonna. It's Madonna. Okay. Desperately trying to maintain any sort of relevancy in the modern age whatsoever. Besides ruining music as we know it, her Instagram feed has all sorts of underage drinking and borderline racism, and now she's gone to this as some sort of way to get people to talk about her. And people go, well, shit, they're talking about her, but like people talked about Hitler, but not in a good way. So and
mind you, looking at that photo again, I'd probably focus on another couple of things there rather than the.
Yeah, I know exactly.
We can't see that photo.
I just think of jellyfish.
There it is. See, there's another two.
Jellyfish in the Swan River. That's what I think of. But you know, and people.
They're so nice.
And people say
like a virgin.
Well, people say, you know, Adolf Hitler, Madonna with her armpits. I think you know they're pretty much on par these days. So
I reckon Cara's got more hair under her armpits.
Yeah, but Cara's a great person, and Madonna's
That's
quite
what I mean.
revolting. So yeah, moving quickly on. Secrets and Lies, which you just mentioned.
I watched one episode.
Channel 10's, yes. Well, so did the rest of Australia apparently. So Australia, well, I should say Channel 10.
What is it with Channel 10? Everything they do is expensive, but seems to not rate.
Yes, well, exactly. This came out for its first week a few weeks ago, and it only now again just to set the benchmark for our viewers at home and in New Zealand. If you have a primetime show and it rates 1 million or more, it's considered a success. So 900,000, kind of borderline, but anything over 1 million is a good thing. This ranked at 404,000 people, so way below 500,000 on its first week. It was actually, and in Sydney on the first day, it attracted 78,000 viewers. On the same day, Bold and the Beautiful, 120,000.
And isn't it funny? So You Think You Can Dance with Carrie Bickmore rated 400 and something on one night.
That's also.
They moved it to a Thursday from Sunday. Now they've got 300,000.
Yeah.
So people have actually lost the show. They've tuned off. So they don't like it.
But this is still Secrets and Lies is plummeting even further. I think it's just the overhammed concept and a terrible name, Secrets and Lies. What, are we in the 1940s? Like, what a terrible name for a show.
It sounds like the program department at Channel 10.
It sounds like
Secret and Lies.
very much so. And this leads me to my next point, is like what's happening with Australian television or Australian viewing habits? Because last night, I just saw the ratings for last night, and the top ratings were all the news programs, Midsummer's Murders, and Doc Martin, like Martin Clunes.
There is an oversaturation, but of
1.2 million people. But Saturday night's like the big action blockbuster movie night.
We used to love movies on Saturday night, Sunday night. And I hope they bring back movies during the week as well, after 8:30.
But I think maybe people's viewing habits have changed, like digitally and things like that. So speaking of something that is good, I'm getting the wrap-up, so I'll do this really quick. Another show that has a terrible name but is absolutely fantastic is called True Detective. It stars Matthew McConaughey, Golden Globe and Oscar winner, and also Woody Harrelson. They are also executive producers of this because it's a passion project for them. Fantastic show. Is recently showed in its entirety for the full season of HBO. It's being renewed for season 2, but those two will not come back and reprise their role. Apparently, it's a different show altogether. But that's what I've been watching recently. True Detective. Make sure you check it out. Fantastic show.
Thank you, Cameron Lynch. We'll be back next week with movies and entertainment. Thank you again, as always.
Pleasure.
And can I just say, if we're talking about TV, just Channel 9 Perth is now having news updates in the morning on the Today Show. So please catch them in the morning. I think it's between 7 o'clock and 8:30. You'll catch Tim McMillan and Sally Ahan as they do their local news here in Perth. If you haven't caught it yet, catch it. It's very good. Okay, Matt Miller is coming very, very soon. I can see the vision coming up in front of me. But before we do that, Azito, Spin It to Win It. Remember last year we had the wheel? There, you remember that music? Well, it's back again next week, we hope. We've got heaps of prizes, thanks to Azito. They're all the appliances. You can get a saurer, you can get a lawn trimmer, a lawnmower, anything electrical, Azito have got it. And thanks to Bunnings and Azito, we're going to give them away on the wheel. If you want to be part of Spin It to Win It, become a couchie. Go on our website, thecouch.com.au. We'll bring you into the studio, or we'll do it over the phone. That's something new. And you can win some great prizes thanks to Azito. So I hope you can take part. Join now, thecouch.com.au. Become a couchie. It's free. And you could be next to appear on our set to play Spin It to Win It and win some great prizes. Thank you very much. Now, talking about Matt Miller, I think he's ready. He's got a fantastic story. Thank you to Matt for coming back this year in 2014. He is the Miller Report. You'll get to know him every month, I hope. But today he's talking about organic gardening. Here's Matt.
We all come to the local supermarket to buy our fresh meat, fruit and veggies. But where do they actually come from? Some supermarkets like this IGA have buyers who source local produce, but the big chains generally buy in bulk from overseas, especially when products are out of season. Many growers use pesticides to manage the crops, while others have taken an organic approach. I've decided to head to the Lockyer Valley, the salad bowl of Australia, find out what organic farming is and if we can indeed buy local.
G'day Matt, I'm Rob from Bowers Organic Farm, so welcome to Bowers Organic Farm.
You have 1,000 acres of farmland here.
Yeah, that's correct. We've got 1,000 acres all up. 500 of it we use to run certified organic cattle, and the other half we use to grow vegetables, certified organic veg.
So you say certified organic, what does that mean?
Oh, look, it means we're growing stuff the way my grandparents did, and that means without introduced poisons. So we're growing it with nature. We're covered by a certification scheme which makes sure we don't use the baddies and use the goodies, so that guarantees the customer gets a clean product.
Organic product is available in the supermarkets, isn't it?
It certainly is available in the supermarkets, yeah.
And the best way to find organic produce, there is a certified logo, is that right?
There is a certified logo to look for, and that's it right here on the box, Matt.
All right, Rob, well, can you show us around your farm and see what happens in an organic farm?
Yeah, right, I'm ready to go.
Fantastic. So Rob, we're in the middle of your cornfield. How much corn do you have?
We have about an acre ready to pick at any one time, but we can go through that about 3 times to get 3 picks off that. But we have about 10 acres on the go because we have a new area ready to pick each week.
Fantastic. And I believe that there is a cob in here for me to pick. So Rob, just like that, there's a beautiful corn cob. So what do we do now?
Oh, well, we just have to break a bit of his protective husk off him. Get that off there like that, then come from the silk end, strip him down, and then he's ready for you to have a go at.
Yeah, just jump in here like this. Rob, that is really fresh.
It is really good. You can't beat fresh corn like that. It's amazing.
And with a bit of silk in my teeth, I'm
Yeah.
going to ask you, what is so good about organic farming?
Oh, look, what I like about organic farming, and we've been doing it for about 30 years now, is the fact that we've got 500 acres of cultivation where we grow crops here, and it's all chemical-free. So I'm living in a chemical-free environment to start with. I'm eating chemical-free food, and I'm selling chemical-free food to all my customers, so that really thrills me.
And buying local is very important, isn't it, for fresh produce?
It is, it is. The further away you get from the source, the older the produce gets, so the quicker you can eat it, the more nutritious it is, and the better it tastes.
Hi Matt, I'm Margot.
Nice to meet you.
From Vitulis Stud. So I'm a cattle producer, and I have stud cattle and commercial cattle, and I have my own branded beef. We have a smaller breed of cattle here called Auslines, because smaller cattle have finer grain, and finer grain's the most tender. So I'm convinced that it's the shorter cell structure in the smaller cattle that give us the tenderness to our beef, which helps us win awards. And lots of people use the terminology paddock to plate, but we use conception to consumer because we're involved in the genetics of it, so the breeding, choosing the different genetics, right through to it being slaughtered locally, and then we can distribute it locally as well. So that gives us control of the product the whole way through.
So farming organically doesn't necessarily mean a complete departure from modern technology, but it does mean cultivating our food in a more healthy environment. Living in the suburbs, like many of us do, it's important to remember that food doesn't just come from the local supermarket. Look for Australian-made logos like these so you can be sure that you're helping Aussie farmers like Rob and Margot. For more info on this edition of the Miller Report, check out the Couch's website. Now, Margot gave me some great steaks in this cooler bag. I think it's time to cook them up. Fred, I'll send you the leftovers, but I wonder if the owners of this house won't mind.
Thank you very much, Matt, but I've become a vegetarian, so I won't need your steaks. Matt will be back next month with another great, fantastic story, the Miller Report. Stay tuned. Coming up after the break on the couch, but Tegan Benfill is back with another great Healthy Choices. Stay tuned, you're watching The Couch from Side.